I'm not saying you shouldn't consume entertainment. Listen, we all consume entertainment. The question is, how much entertainment are you consuming? That's the question. Like, if you gotta look at the ratios, like how much time are you spending on entertainment and other people's business versus on things that can help you and improve your life. A lot of us, the ratio is off. The amount of unimportant information that you're giving thought energy to versus the amount of information you're giving thought energy to things that are going to help you progress in life is off. Some of you have a 60-40 split in the wrong direction. Some of you 65-35. Some of you 70-30. Some of you 80-20. Like, let me give you some examples. Let's just say, like, some of you are into like everything other than yourself. For example, you're online, and so you're in spaces talking about what's wrong with modern women. That's one thing. But then you're also with the sports thing. So you're following Ticket TV and Casino and Dreamer Pro Sports and all the smoke and there's like a thousand sports podcasts and shows. So you're following all these different content creators about what's wrong with women, and you're following all these content creators about sports, and you're entrenched in hip hop stuff. So you're following all these content creators that talk about hip hop news and drama. And so some of you, if you look at your feed right now, you got Gilbert Arenas, Joe Budden, No Jumper, Vlad TV, Carcino, Jada Black, uh, Fresh and Fit, whatever podcast, Obsidian, what else? There's just so many of them. You got all the smoke. Like you got all these different academics. Like you got it's just all celebrity news and gossip, sports, entertainment, relationships, music, Tariq Nasheed. Like some of you, if you go down your feed, it's just a whole bunch of stuff that you like to listen to for entertainment or for distraction. I'm not saying you shouldn't have those things, but what I'm saying is if you get up in the morning, what's good, Spawn the Programmer? If you get up in the morning and you first thing you do is open up your phone. If you go to Instagram, it's Shade Room, Academics, Vlad TV, Spiritual Word. Then you get on Twitter and you're following, the people that stir things up about relationship drama on Twitter. Then you get on TikTok and you all these clips and all these TikToks you're watching are about what's wrong with modern women and street interviews and all this other kind of stuff. Then you get on YouTube and it's relationship stuff and sports stuff and hip hop stuff. And then, and then some of you, like, let's be real, some of you got Spotify because you want to stay entertained. You got YouTube. You got Apple Podcasts. Then on top of that, a lot of you got Rumble, and you got Twitter, and you got Threads, and you got Instagram, and you got TikTok, and you got Discord. Basically, and you got Clubhouse. Every single app that is known to man that you can use to consume content, you're on all of them. And once again, there's nothing wrong with being entertained. It's the amount of entertainment that you need to consume. Some of you have to consume content that has no relevance to your personal growth and development. You have to do it on a 24-hour loop. And so you subscribe to hundreds of different stuff. And on this day you'll watch this one. And the next day you'll watch that one. And this title and thumbnail seems interesting from this person, so you watch them on this day. Then the next day you'll watch the next person. And you got all this stuff saved for later and thumbnailed, and I'm gonna get back to that. And listen, you have to Really be conscious about how what are you giving your thought energy to? Like how much thought are you giving, right? Like cuz right now it's basically the middle of December. In 3 weeks it'll be 2024. How much thought have you given to how you want to close out the year? Cuz this year could have went really bad for you, right? But how much thought have you given to if I do A, B, C, and D, at least I can close out the year and say I ended on a high note? How much thought have you given to, well, in 2024, the first quarter, so January, February, March, I plan to do this. So that way my 2024 will be better than my 2023. I'm gonna put myself in position to do X, Y, and Z. How much thought have you given to that? Versus how much time have you been on Shade Room, TikTok, Instagram? Some of you, here's another thing. How much thought have you given to, look, maybe I'm not where I want to be financially, but I at least want to close the year saying, look, when the clock strikes 12 on December 31st, 2023, I can say, look, I ended the year with a few hundred or a few thousand in my account. How many of you are thinking that versus how many of you are going to YouTube show to YouTube show and you got all these channel memberships and subscriptions and courses and masterminds and Patreon memberships, and you're gonna spend the last 3 weeks sending giving money to other people for entertaining you versus saying, look, if I just chill out for a few weeks, at least I can close out the year and I can say I got $1,000 in my account or something. Like that's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying, look, we all consume entertainment. The question is how much entertainment are you consuming? And so you really got to give thought. Because here's another thing: what type of outcomes and situations do you think you're going to find yourself in if all the content you consume is about celebrity drama, old washed up rappers, people telling like it's crazy what's on YouTube right now. Like you got dudes, Tupac been dead for about 30 years. You got dudes who clearly didn't take care of themselves, clearly don't have any money, clearly didn't do anything with them with their lives after Death Row and Bad Boy collapsed. And these dudes are all over the internet with missing teeth, overweight, bad skin, dingy clothes, telling the same stories. Oh, this is the issue with the entertainment piece. A lot of this is it's crazy to say, but so many of us we want to be entertained so much that it's gotten to the point where we will listen to the same stories over and over and over again. Like, let's be real. How many times have you listened to people talk about the murder of Tupac, the East Coast West Coast beef, death row stories, and bad boy stories? How many times have you listened to people debate LeBron versus Michael Jordan? These are the same conversations over. Why are you still listening to the same conversations? Okay, we all consume entertainment, but the same entertainment over and over again? How many times are you going to listen to Pookie and Ray Ray and they don't want to be married and the modern woman and you got to get your pet? How many times are you going to listen to the exact same thing? Like you need that much entertainment to the point where it doesn't even matter what's being said. It doesn't matter who's saying it. It doesn't matter how many times they say it. You just have to listen to it again. That's what I'm talking about. Some of you right now, if I said, okay, what are you trying to accomplish for the next 3 weeks so you can try and save face for 2023? Relationship conversations is my drug of choice. Exactly. Right? Like, if I were to ask you, is this something you're trying to do to save face? going into 2024, like, hey, I didn't get on the weight loss that I wanted to, but hey, if I can knock out 20 pounds going into 2024, at least I can say I did something. How much thought have you given to that versus if I ask you, hey, if I ask you some relationship stuff, you got all the stats. This percentage of men don't have kids. This percentage of women do have kids. These percentage of people give responses on dating apps. Like you got all these facts and statistics about things that don't have nothing to do with your life. And your actual life, you haven't given hardly any thought to. Like some of you right now, you can go down every stat of Michael Jordan versus LeBron James and why whichever one is the best. You got all the stats. But if I ask you, what are you planning on doing financially different in 2024? You have not even thought about it yet. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you're giving way too much thought energy into things that do not matter because you have to you have criminally low numbers. Well, I mean, it's all good. I ain't even worried about it. It is what it is. That's how it goes. I will. I'm gonna come through at some point. I don't. Christmas break is coming up, so I'm gonna have some time. So I'm gonna do that. But seriously, this is what's crazy about it. Like, you never stopped and thought to yourself, how is it that everybody, like literally half of the NBA, half of the NFL, hundreds of retired guys that you never even knew played, all have podcasts and they're all doing numbers? How is it that there's thousands of people making relationship content? Some of them you don't even know, they've never been on camera. They all have views. You never thought about how is that? It's because so many people have placed themselves in a position where, you know what? I just want to be entertained non-stop, 24/7. Here's the thing about that though. If you really think about it, it's not that's the part that's baffling to me. Like it's not helping you get anywhere. I said it so many times, I'm gonna say it again. When I first came to these spaces, yeah, I was talking about what's wrong with these black women. Yeah, I was doing that. A couple of months went by and I said, okay, well, what's next? I was mad, I was angry, I was frustrated. I got my stuff off. Now I was like, okay, now what am I going to do next? It was never my plan to just continue to vent about women. I never wanted to do that indefinitely. After I did some venting, then I was like, okay, well now I need to figure out what's next. Cause yeah, I watched Kevin Samuels. I used to watch every show, damn near the whole thing. It was like I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll be real with y'all. I ain't even gonna front. I ain't even gonna front. The whole Kevin Samuels thing, it was like a vibe, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. You ain't got nothing going on in your life. Women are the problem in your eyes. And I forgot what nights will come on, but hey, man, you knew, hey, 10 o'clock at night, here come Kev in the doo-doo. Yes. Man, it was like a vibe. It was a party. Man, the disgruntled man not progressing in life, man, don't what a time to be alive. Y'all know I'm not lying. If you ever had any woman problems, if you was stuck and stagnant in life, man, that Kevin Samuel show, woo, man, it made you feel like you. It made. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like if we're gonna be real, let's be real. When Kevin was at his height, tuning into his show, it made it. You felt like you had stepped into a club. Let's be real. SP is psychologically addictive. Let's be real. Some of y'all, don't leave me out there by myself. Some of y'all need to tell the truth. During Kevin Samuels' height, let's be real. Some of you, you would airplay off of your phone and play the show onto the TV. You would dim the lights like Kevin had his lights dimmed. You would have your little drink, have you some snacks. Maybe you had a little smoke with you, and you just watching the show, and you just in the chat. You was had you. Thank you, Spawn. I know I wasn't the only one. It was thousands of y'all in there. Let's not do this. And man, it was a vibe. It was like that was your club. That was your your club in the house. Especially now you got smart TVs. You were signing into YouTube on the TV, had the Kevin Samuels show on the screen, had your little LED lights on. You probably lit your own candle too. Got your little drink. Come on, man. Let's be real. Let's just tell the truth. The thing is, though, some of you never left that place. Even though Kevin Samuels has passed on and he's gone, now some of you are just looking for the replacement. Maybe it's gonna be Fresh and Fit. Maybe it's gonna be Medium Man. Maybe if I piecemeal 5 and 6 different guys together, I can kind of have a like. Come on, man. And that's all I'm saying. You're giving way too much time and way too much energy into distracting yourself and entertaining yourself versus handling your business. And I know it helps you pass the time. It helps, it helps you distract you. It may even make you feel good, or you may have some entertainment and some laughs. But you know what's going to snap some of you out of it? Yeah, Media Man. Media Man said, "Look, man, I see you late. I'm taking it. Well, I got some suits too." And Media Man be coming with them stats, boy. I saw because I was like, people keep talking about him, so I went on his channel. I was like, let me just check out a couple shorts. And I'm looking at Media Man, man, that boy be riding off them stats off the dome, like freestyling. He like Cassie in his prime with them stats. He got them for days. That's man, Media Man ain't playing with him, man. 53%. Hey, okay, I ain't even gonna challenge you, boss. I'm gonna take your word for it. But seriously though, what's going to snap some of you out of it? And I'm about to get up out of here. But what's going to snap some of you out of it is this: the replacement is going to be politics, skills, and resource. Oh yeah, I'm glad you said that on this side. I was about to say yeah, cause I'm about to say yeah. If you talking about the people I'm talking about, that ain't gonna be the replacement. Angry Man was the replacement. Man, this dude is like 40 plus with a dyed beard, and man, if he take that, never mind. I ain't even. Shout out to Angry Man. This we ain't here for that. But let me close out with this. Some of you, what's going to snap you out of it is when you actually look at how much money you're spending. When you add up all your Patreons, all your channel memberships, all the cash apps, you're gonna be like, and all the super chats, you're gonna be like, I'm spending this, I spent this much this year on this. Hopefully that'll help some of you out. Hopefully.